Have you ever watched a famous NBA moment and thought that you knew exactly what happened, only to later find out the real story was completely different than what you assumed? The league is full of clips that get passed around without any of the context that actually explains why they happened. Today, we're digging into the stories you think you know and showing you the details that rarely get talked about, the kind of stuff that completely flips your understanding of what was really going on. So buckle up, because once you learn the real context behind these NBA moments, you'll never see them the same way again.
What's the story behind we talking about practice?
First of all, we went out in the first round. Best friend just got killed.
I lost my best friend.
Whatever reporter was just kept asking me about practice situation, and I just lost it.
We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Chances are, the first time you stumbled across the wild 2006 Knicks-Nuggets brawl on YouTube, you probably assumed it was just another heated moment after a hard foul. You watched it, thought, dang, that escalated, and moved on with your day. But what most people don't realize is that there was a whole lot more brewing underneath the surface. The whole thing kicked off when Marty Collins committed a hard foul on J.R. Smith. Then somehow that one foul turned into J.R. and Nate Robinson tumbling into the crowd. And then a Carmelo Anthony punch that echoed throughout the entire arena. By the time the dust settled, every single player on the court had been tossed, and multiple players ended up suspended without pay. Now, the head coaches didn't throw any punches that night, but they absolutely played a role in what led up to it. Isiah Thomas felt that the Nuggets were showboating while holding a massive lead, and he didn't appreciate it one bit. He was visibly frustrated that George Karl kept his starters in even though the game was basically over. And some people speculated that Karl's reason for doing that wasn't basketball, it was personal. The theory was that Karl wanted to embarrass Thomas because Isiah had fired his close friend Larry Brown before that season.
Those guys shouldn't even been in the game at that point in time.
You shouldn't be rubbing it.
He didn't throw in no towel. He didn't take his best team off the court and say, hey, the game's over. And it's absurd. He's a jerk for what he's trying to do. You're telling me that I'm running the score. He's full. He's a total and he should be held accountable for what his actions are.
Even if the Nuggets technically broke an unwritten rule by running up the score, George Karl insisted that Isiah was the true instigator. Karl claimed that Thomas ordered the hard foul that sparked the entire fight. And honestly, that accusation might have some merit to it, because just moments before the brawl, cameras caught Thomas seemingly warning Carmelo not to go to the basket or he would be fouled hard.
I don't know what he's smiling at. Oh, it's Carmelo Anthony that he's having a conversation with.
You know, it's getting out of hand and we winning. And I see Isiah. I'm looking at Zeke, and he like trying to get my attention. Like, yo, don't go to the hole. And I'm like, what? He like, yo, tell your teammates don't go to the hole. As soon as he does it, as soon as he's about to go up, I see Marty Collins come flying down the court and grabs him. And I'm looking at Isiah like, you motherfucker, like, we got a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and you got to talk. Like, that's some bullshit with you. So now the fight is happening.
I didn't know the shit that was happening with him and Isiah prior to, because, it was a blowout game. I was doing windmills and all types of dunks and shit.
And you didn't know what Isiah had said to him?
Nah, I didn't know none of that was going on.
Okay.
Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. Even though the players were the ones who threw the punches, the fuel behind that explosion came from a conflict that wasn't even theirs to begin with.
What did he do to you to make you punch him in the face, right?
I got caught in somebody else's beef.
Oh.
Hey, we got caught in some other shit that had nothing to do with us, and then got the worst backfire from it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Isiah wanted to do this to George Karl, which, by the way, also has a lesser-known backstory. We've all seen either a picture or a short little clip of Isiah Thomas grabbing his assistant coach by the neck and seemingly choking him, which makes him come across as unprofessional, but it often gets blown out of proportion. During a game between the Bulls and Pistons in 1989, Bill Cartwright struck Thomas with an elbow, opening a cut near Thomas's eye. Extremely pissed off, Thomas needed an outlet to vent his frustration as quick as possible before he did something stupid that would lead to an ejection. Enter Brendan Malone.
You say the choking incident with the coach, Coach Malone. He said, whatever you want to do, take it out on me, because I don't want you to get thrown out of this game. And I said, I just like to choke. was like, yeah, just get it out, get it out, get it out. Okay, and that's that story, right?
Malone's ability to help cool Thomas off helped the Pistons go on to win that game. The way Thomas wanted to go after Cartwright is probably how LeBron felt towards Mark Jackson when he heard what he said about his wife Savannah. I have no doubt that LeBron would have confronted him right then and there if he wasn't in the middle of an NBA Finals game. That is, if there was anything to confront him about. Most people just watch this 10-second clip and automatically assume that Jackson said something very disrespectful about LeBron's wife.
I'm shocked you downplayed Savannah. He said she was all city. James again from downtown. And I'd hit out the park, no question, with all due respect.
Fans couldn't believe their ears, as it sounded like Jackson wanted to get with Savannah in an intimate way. Of course, listening to it without the full context is pretty shocking, but it appears that everything was just a huge misunderstanding, because this video, which is about a minute long, definitely provides some much needed context. Apparently, they were talking about Savannah's high school softball career, and although Mark Jackson acknowledges that she was pretty good, his competitive side came out and said that he would be able to hit one of her pitches.
Jordan.
You know what I was found interesting was that his wife Savannah had a sinker ball and a fastball as a high school softball pitcher.
I tell you what.
And you know what I was thinking, Mike? We've had this running debate whether Mark could put into play against an average major league baseball player 1 out of 10. I don't think Mark could put into play 1 out of 10 against Savannah because of her sinker.
I'm shocked you downplayed Savannah. He said she was all city. James again from downtown. And I'd hit out the park, no question, with all due respect.
This was an NBA Finals game for Pete's sake. There had to have been millions of people watching, but I guess most of us just weren't paying attention at that specific moment and fell for the short version of that clip. Not only is LeBron a great husband, but he's also a great father. Just ask Tristan Thompson.
Tristan called LeBron a great father after the Chicago game. What? Yes, he did.
Great father. Oh, a great father. Oh, I thought my bad. I interpreted that complete wrong. Okay. I thought you said he was a great father to him. I was like, what?
Called him a great father. So what type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates, LeBron?
Oh, okay. So you, parental role. Honestly, I'm, he's. I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have one father. That's my dad, Frederick Irving.
Like me, most people probably heard that and thought, what the hell is she talking about? Why would Tristan say that? Well, how many of you guys have actually seen the clip she's referring to, which took place 5 days earlier, right after they eliminated the Chicago Bulls to advance to the 2015 Eastern Conference Finals?
Tristan, year 4 for you, your first time in the playoffs, and now here you are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. What does that mean to you?
4th year with the Cavaliers, the previous 3 years we were, thinking about the lottery, who we're going to draft, and now just being part of the playoffs and just having the opportunity to play with, this great father over here is definitely special.
Tristan was clearly joking, basically calling LeBron old compared to most of the members on that team. Not as in LeBron is my father figure. A reporter misinterpreted it and thought that Tristan was being serious, and then wondered if Kyrie felt the same way.
Tristan called LeBron a great father. What type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates?
So I guess Cavs fans can blame Tristan Thompson for indirectly causing Kyrie to eventually leave.
Just having the opportunity to play with, this great father over here.
And apparently that question still bothers Kyrie to this very day. Maybe someone should fill him in on the full context so he can realize that the reporter just misunderstood what Tristan was trying to say.
I only have one father, Frederick Irving. I only have one father. I have one father, Frederick Irving. This is my father, y'all. And I'm glad we got to recreate that meme, bro, because that question was crazy. When somebody asked me if LeBron was like a father figure to me, bro, shit was crazy, bro.
At least Kyrie didn't go off and make a diss track about his former partner in crime like Shaq did. Just days after Kobe Bryant lost to the Boston Celtics in the 2008 NBA Finals, Shaq went on stage when he was in a club and started freestyling.
Check it, you know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me. You know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me.
I'm not gonna lie, the entire performance was pretty fire. However, there was one line that I always thought was a bit strange.
Now that's the difference between first and last play. Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. Okay.
Well, it looks like Jason Richardson may have given us some context without him even realizing it.
We had a guy on the team, my first year in Phoenix, Lou Armisen. I'll come in the locker room, I see Shaq, but he's walking like around the locker room like real tight, like he walking real slow, tight. What the fuck he walking like that? And he pulls a mouthpiece out his ass and he puts it in the locker room. And he told us, he said, y'all better not say shit either. Lou Armisen checks in the game and he puts the mouthpiece on and everybody on the bench loses it. Everybody loses it, right?
Oh my God.
Anything in your locker room, bro, it has probably been a Shaq ass. Just throw it away.
I always thought that maybe Shaq was trying to say that he carried Kobe in the finals or something like that, I don't know. But now that line has a whole different meaning to it.
Everybody, Kobe. Yeah.
In the summer of 2010, LeBron James made his infamous decision to sign with the Miami Heat, prompting Kevin Durant to hop on Twitter and seemingly take a shot at James, which eventually became hypocritical when he formed a super team in Golden State 6 years later. But when Durant appeared on Bill Simmons' podcast in 2017, he cleared the air.
Well, you took a shot at him on Twitter, didn't you?
Let me clear this up, because a lot of people would talk to me about like I took a shot at him on Twitter. If you go back and look at when I posted that, I posted that later in the month. You want to know why? Because I seen it was a fake article at that. So now I was like, damn, I feel like an idiot. Penny Hardaway came out. Penny Hardaway came out and said, I would love to play for the Heat. I think I could help them win the championship. And I'm like, come on, Penny. Like, you've been out the game. I played against you my rookie year. It's like 3 years later, man. You've been out the game for a while, man. Like, what are you doing? But it was a fake article. So I tweeted that. And now everybody's like, well, you was criticizing LeBron. I'm like, I didn't criticize him. I was criticizing Penny Hardaway in this fake article I read. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people took that and ran with it.
Now, the only problem with what Durant said was that it wasn't fake news. Penny Hardaway actually did have a desire to join the Miami Heat after he learned about LeBron's decision, despite not having played in the NBA in 3 years.
People are saying that you're going to come out of retirement and try to get back to the NBA. Is there any truth to that?
Well, it's not just getting back in the NBA. It's just a specific team, the Miami Heat. When I saw LeBron and Chris Paul sign there, you know, my juices started flowing. I played there a couple years ago. I felt like in a very minimal role that I could really help that team. And I called Pat and Eric Spoelstra and those guys and told them that to put my name in the hat.
But as far as Durant's tweet goes, he did tweet that on the same day that Penny video was posted, which goes to show that it wasn't an instant reaction to LeBron's decision on July 8th.